Mm-hmm.
I'm going to count you in. So I'm going to say 5, 4, 3, 2.
Okay.
You fade him in.
Pete Hafner, Terrell Gabriel, Dylan Weaver. Pete Hafner.
And drum major, Hayden Yoder.
Pete Hafner. Pete Hafner, Terrell Gabriel, Dylan Weaver.
Yep. And we could do a few takes too, so no
Yeah,
pressure.
I know. I just don't want to. I want to get it first.
5, 4, 3.
The conference title is on the line tonight here in Happy Valley, Pennsylvania, as the State College Area High School Little Lions are set to take on the Central Dauphin Rams. John Gross alongside David Arroyo. What a matchup we have tonight on this cold Friday evening. Let's start off with the home side. What does State College have to do if they want to come out tonight victorious?
So if you're State College, you just got to keep doing what's been successful all season. You got to feed Pete Hafner. He's got 13 touchdowns on the year. He's accounted for 78 points for this Nittany Lion team, more than any other player on either side. So if you just keep feeding him, things will probably go well for the State College team.
And the Rams need a win to capture a share of the conference title. They're without their star running back, Mike Wise. What do they have to do to fill in his absence?
Well, the two guys that are going to take over for him are Dylan Weaver and Terrell Gabriel. Those two guys have gotten the bulk of the workload this season when Wise has not played. So if you just keep feeding those guys and rely on them to just do what they've been doing, you can trust that they will probably be able to pick up the load.
Kickoff just minutes away. Stay with us for State College Area High School here on CNET.
The State High alma mater will not be played this time, as it will be part of our halftime show when we honor the senior members of the marching band.
The Mid-Penn Commonwealth Conference title is on the line tonight here in Happy Valley, Pennsylvania, as the 9-0 State College Area High School Little Lions are set to take on the 8-1 Central Dauphin Rams. John Gross alongside David Arroyo, and we will start it off with the home side. What do the Little Lions have to do to finish off the season undefeated?
So what you want to do is you want to keep feeding their starts. Pete Hafner, he's got 13 touchdowns on the year. He's accounted for 78 of the Little Lions points this season. So if you continue to feed them, good things are to come.
And for their opponents, the Central Dauphin Rams, they come in at 8-1. Their star running back, Mike Wise, is out for this game Who will step up in his absence?
So Dylan Weaver and Terrell Gabriel, the two guys that are going to step up and take a bulk of the workload that Wise would have had, and those are two experienced veteran guys. So you just allow them to do what they know how to do, and again, just hope that they can replace Wise, who's a big part of the Central Dauphin team.
Kickoff is just minutes away, so stick with us for State College Area High School live on CNET.
Have JV here tonight too.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of State College Area High School and the State High Athletic Department, we would like to welcome everyone to Memorial Field, tonight's game between the Rams and Central Dauphin and the Little Lions of State College. Central Dauphin enters tonight's game with a record of 8-1. State College is 9-0. Here are the starting lineups for Central Dauphin under head coach Glenn McNamee. Starting on defense at tackle, number 80, Harry Padilla, number 51, Sal Garcia. At the defensive ends, number 4, Gavin Hoffman, number 8, Chase Blythe. At linebackers, Adam Burkhart, number 36, Cole Galicki, number 1, Varius Frank, number 5, Silas Pope. At corners, number 28, Alec Casilli, number 21, Andrew Johnson. And at safety, number 13, Trey Paul. Starting on offense at center, number 60, Jordan Sellers. At guards, number 17, Josh Spitz. Number 53, Bo Heschler. At tackles, number 75, Dylan O'Neill. Number 79, Evan Childs. Tight ends, number 87, Logan Gabrielson. The ends are 13, Trey Paul, and number 1, Manus Frank. Fullback, number 9, Terrell Gabriel. Tailback, number 24, Dylan Weaver. The quarterback, number 18, AJ Millar. Here are tonight's starting lines for State College under head coach Matt Lintal. Starting on defense at nose guard, number 71, Drew Linus. At tackle, number 78, Cameron Walker. Defensive ends, number 31, Peyton Edwards. Number 54, Jackson Heasley. At linebackers, number 4, Ian Barr. Number 34, Pete Hafner. Number 50, Josh Ruffner. At corners, number 1, Aziz Salame. Number 6, Donovan Brown. At safety, number 9, Paul Olivet. Number 39, Mark West. Starting on offense at center, number 51, Zach Womer. At the guards, number 66, Colin Huff. Number 74, Kyle Engel. At tackles, number 70, Robert Knockman. Number 72, Will Swope. At tight end, number 88, Eric Swanson. At the ends, number 2, Noah Woods. Number 15, Brandon Clark. Number 17, Cohen Russell. At running back, number 20, Tristan Lyons. At quarterback, number 14, Tyler Snyder. The officials for tonight's game are Mark Bennington, David Bubbenmoyer, Derek Lutt, Ryan McDonald, and Robert Rybeck.
There's some big boys.
Ladies and gentlemen, State College High School is proud to be involved with Athletes Helping Athletes. AHA is a nonprofit organization that raises funds and awareness for special needs programs in Bucks, Center, Montgomery, and Philadelphia counties. Tonight we have the pleasure of hosting our honorary captains and his or her or their families, as they are a big part of our team. Please turn your attention to midfield as we recognize and welcome tonight's honorary captain. Let's have a big hand for Matthew Bike, accompanied by Pete Hafner. Matthew Beek is an amazing young man with a big personality who brings a smile to everyone's face. As he walks around the halls of the high school, he always gets multiple high fives and hellos. Matthew loves sports. He knows the sports trivia. Ask him a question, he's on it. Matthew's passion for sports can be seen in every aspect of his life, from how he dresses to what he reads to being one of State High football team's managers. Not only does Matthew love sports, he exemplifies what it means to be a good sport and team player. This can be seen in how he tackles his schoolwork and how he encourages and cheers on his peers. Matthew has faced adversity in his life with positivity and determination. This is Matthew's junior year, and he hopes to continue with his sports management role. He is respected and loved by all those who come in contact with him. This is why Matthew has been nominated as honorary captain for the last regular season game. Congratulations, Matthew. Central Dauphin has won the toss and will defer to the second half. State High will receive to begin the game. The State College Area Board of School Directors has declared all State College Area school buildings and property to be tobacco-free. We therefore ask that you please not use any tobacco products from the school district property this evening. As always, your cooperation is greatly appreciated.
And welcome back to Memorial Field here in State College, Pennsylvania. John Gross alongside David Arroyo. Just about set for kickoff. Temperatures at 54 degrees, but expected to drop into the mid-40s by the end of this game. Central Dauphin coming in at 8-1. State College 9-0, seeking their first undefeated regular season since 2008. The Rams are 11-5 all time against State College. They have not lost to State College since that 2008 undefeated season by the Little Lions.
And it's going to be important that they don't lose tonight if they want to capture that 1 seed in the District 3 tournament.
Winner of this game will get that all-important 1 seed. State College has already clinched a share of the Mid-Penn Commonwealth Conference Championship. If Central Dauphin wins tonight, they will split that title. Lions will receive first, and back deep to receive is Tristan Lyons and Cohen Russell. And you look at these two teams, these are two very big teams. We've seen quite a few teams come through State College, but none have compared size-wise as well as Central Dauphin has.
There's a lot of college talent on both of these teams, John, and when you have that much talent out on the field, you're going to see some guys who are a bit bigger than your average high school football player. I remember my high school did not have anyone of this caliber on their team. So these are a lot of guys who have aspirations to play at the next level. And this is an all-important game if they want to prove that they are ready for that atmosphere, this packed house here in State College.
Over 3,000 fans estimated in attendance tonight for the regular season finale. It is also senior night here in State College. 26 seniors on this roster. They have experience, and that definitely helps coming down the stretch, and especially in a huge game like this.
It's going to be massive in a game like this. You can't really talk enough about how important it is when you're going for a conference title.
So just about ready to get kickoff going. Once again, it's Lyons and Russell back deep to receive. Cohen Russell last week had an 83-yard kick return.
That would be an excellent way to start this game, John.
Both teams coming off of victory. Central Dauphin's only loss came to Cumberland Valley when Cumberland Valley decided to go for a 2-point conversion as time expired. They converted, and that was the only loss of the year for the Rams.
Personnel directly. They are usually stationed in the northeast corner of the stadium near the Rams. This is the area closest to the park.
And looks like we're almost ready to go here. Once again, conference title is on the line tonight. If Central Dauphin wins, both teams will split. If State High wins, they win the outright title. It's Ethan Van Buskirk on to kick. Received by Lyons at the 10. Lyons down the sideline, and he is knocked out of bounds. A tremendous return by Tristan Lyons, and the Little Lions will start off with great field position.
And great blocking there by his guys back there with him. They all open up that lane for him, and good job by Lyons being patient to just wait for the hole to open up. He waited for that hole to open up, and once it did, he burst right through it. Just, not enough sideline there for him.
And here comes the State High offense. They have been high-powered all season long. They are led by Tyler Snyder at quarterback. 15 touchdowns, 6 INTs on the season. Last week he went 7 for 9, still threw for 205 passing yards. And at running back, the star of this offense, Pete Hafner.
Yeah, Pete Hafner is probably going to get a bulk of the carries on a cold night here in State College.
Has completed to Cohen Russell, and he streaks down the sideline, pushed out of bounds by Darren Jennings, but a first down on the play. That was Trey Paul on the tackle.
Yeah, everyone on Central Dauphin expected Hafner to get that first handoff. They decided to go to a screen on the outside, and he had a lot of running room there down the sideline.
The play action opening up the sidelines. First and 10 from the 40, 11:46 to go. Fumble on the snap, and Snyder falls on it. Not what you want to see after picking up a huge chunk of yardage in the previous play.
Absolutely not, John. you got to be able to handle that snap. Again, I just mentioned it, cold conditions. It's probably hard to grip that ball right now, but you still have to be able to manage that and understand that you can't have these mistakes after you had after you had such a great first play.
This is the Rams defense that has forced 23 turnovers on the season, almost had their 24th right there. 2nd down and 18. Russell in motion. And a flag on the play. False start on State College, so 2 negative plays after a big pickup. Talk about a drive killer in a huge game like this.
State College right now, I think, might be overthinking this night a little too much. They understand how much is on the line. We mentioned the leadership. The leadership of this team right now has to get out there, talk to those players, and just say, hey, everyone calm down. This is just another game.
So 11 minutes to go in the first quarter of play. 2nd down and 23 from the state high 48. Draw play to Hafner. Hafner as a whole fighting his way forward down to the 43-yard line. And that's what we're going to see from Hafner. Not the fastest guy, but he will certainly break tackles.
Yeah, Hafner broke some tackles there, but noticeable that he looks like he can run someone over, but also has the ability to juke someone out of their shoes as well.
3rd and 13. They'll go to the air. Snyder stepping up. And he is brought down. Cole Valicki on the stop. We will hear his name quite a bit tonight. Leads this team in tackles, one of the star players in this conference.
Yeah, one of the best players on this team. He's averaging about 11 tackles per game. He has 5.5 tackles for loss this season, so he's going to be a big part of that Central Dauphin defense.
Offense will stay in the field, and a 4th down and 7, just under 10 minutes to go in the first quarter. They will take their time, 15 seconds to go on the play clock. And a pooch punt from Snyder. And that one will roll into the end zone for a touchback. Drive started off well, but penalties and a mistake really hurt State College.
Yeah, that not how you want to start your first drive. You had the big return, you had the big first play, then you shot yourself in the foot with a fumble and then a penalty. If you're State College, you just got to forget about it and then go out there and just try and execute next time out. Hopefully your defense can do a little bit of what Central Dauphin was doing.
So here comes the Central Dauphin offense. They average 34 points per game. Quarterback is A.J. Millar. So the handoff goes to Terrell Gabriel, who we mentioned in the pregame. He is replacing the starting fullback for this Rams team, and Mike Wise. He fights his way forward for a gain of 5.
Yeah, and Gabriel clearly one of the bigger backs that you would see play. He's going to look to run some guys over and just run with a lot of aggression.
So a 2nd down and 5 from the 25-yard line. Central Dauphin coming off of a 35-7 win over Redland last week. Millar in the gun. Gabriel in motion. Millar keeps it himself, fights his way forward. It looks like he has a first down on the play, so that read option is something that State High will have to look out for moving forward.
Yeah, good play there, good play design. You just gave to Gabriel the play before, and he had a big chunk of yards, so why not fake to him, let your quarterback keep it.
And a face mask called on State College. So 2 costly penalties for the Little Lions to start this off, and you could hear the Central Dauphin fan section cheering about that.
Yeah, the face mask came right as he crossed his offensive line. Someone got a hold of his face mask. Easy call there if you're the refs tonight.
So a 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. 8:44 to go. Pope in motion. Handoff to Pope. Silas Pope finding his way downfield. He has blockers breaking tackles. Still on his feet. Silas Pope finally brought down at the 16-yard line. What a run by Silas Pope, the leading wide receiver on this Rams side, all the way down to the 16.
Yeah, and Pope there at the end broke a tackle there from Hafner, the aforementioned running back. Plays a lot for both sides of the ball. He plays on offense and defense. Broke his tackle, not able to bring Pope down. Great run there by Pope. Now you're in the red zone. Got to capitalize.
And they'll mark him down at the 18-yard line. Longest run of the season for Pope. Read option, Millar will keep it. Fights his way forward for a gain of 3.
A.J. Millar, the ball carrier.
I think Millar made the wrong read there. I think if I'm him, I'm giving that ball off to Dylan Weaver, who he had on the jet sweep. Give that ball off. Looks like Weaver had a lot more room to work there on the left side.
2nd down and 6, 7:45 remaining in the first quarter. State High got the ball first, ended up punting it away on 4th down. Gonna go to the air, completed to Weaver out of the backfield, and he is brought down immediately. Great read by Paul Olivet to bring him down for a loss.
Yeah, good job by Olivet, one of the leading tacklers on this State College team. Just wrap him up and take him down. Don't let yourself get burned for another big play, especially here in the red zone.
3rd down and 8, a crucial 3rd and 8 from the 16-yard line. Just over 7 minutes to go as Millar trots back onto the field. Coming into this game, Millar 67 for 109 on the season with 9 TDs and 3 interceptions. Weaver in motion. Pressured, and Millar is brought down. Tackle made by Jackson Heasley. He comes up short of the stick, stopped at the line.
A.J. Millar, the ball carrier.
That would be Heasley's 7th tackle for loss so far in the season. He's been a menace in the backfield. Good job by State College after giving up that big play not to quit, and now forcing a field goal from Central Dauphin.
Ethan Van Buskirk on to kick. He is 8 for 9 in the field with a long of 34. This one will be from 33, so right about that distance. Good snap, good hold. And the kick is good. Strong start for Central Dauphin.
It's the exact start you wanted. On the road, facing a very good State College team. You couldn't have asked for a much better start for Central Dauphin.
So with 6:17 to go in the first quarter of play, Central Dauphin comes into State College, takes a 3-0 lead. Stay with us. We will take a quick break, but when we get back, we'll see if State High can respond. This is CNET football, State College football on CNET. Welcome back to State College, Pennsylvania, where the Central Dauphin Rams just got onto the board first, a 3-0 lead with 6:17 to go. A drive that was started by a long run from Silas Pope. Van Buskirk on to kick. And Tristan Lyons will have his second kick return of the quarter. Lyons fighting his way downfield before being brought down at the 36-yard line. That's where they'll set up shop. So once again, solid field position for the Little Lions.
Yeah, but better coverage there by Central Dauphin. They took him about 10 yards from where they allowed him to return that last one. So it's improvement from Central Dauphin, but you got to pin him a little bit deeper, closer to that 20-25-yard line.
What do you want to see from the Little Lions on this drive? They had some nice plays on their previous drive, but weren't able to capitalize.
Less mistakes. If you make less mistakes, I think that last drive goes a lot better for the Little Lions.
So once again, we'll see Pete Hafner in at running back. We have yet to see Tristan Lyons play on offense. It's Snyder in the gun. Handoff to Hafner. Fighting his way forward is Pete Hafner. And that's a gain of 8 down to the 44-yard line.
And if you want to have less negative yardage, that's one way to do it. Give it to your big bruising running back. Just let him run some guys over.
Second down and 2, 5:50 to go in the quarter. Central Dauphin leads 3-0. Go to the air to Russell. Cohen Russell down the sideline. He is knocked out of bounds by Silas Pope. A great block downfield by Brandon Clark.
Yeah, great job by Clark there. Clark didn't even put his hands up. He just kind of walked in front of his defender and just let his defender have to do all the work. Still made him work for it, but didn't do anything that would have cost his team some yardage.
Second first down of the game for State High. Hand off to Hafner. And he is swarmed by the Rams defense. Gain of 5 on the play.
Gain of 5, 2nd and 5 for State High at the Rams 35.
Hafner won league defensive MVP last season, in contention for offensive MVP this season as well. They'll go to the air. Snyder will loft it downfield to Clark. And it is almost intercepted through the hands of Savila Pope.
And not a bad idea when you have Clark, who's 6'4", you know, as big as he is, just to throw it up there. That ball, though, just a little overthrown. Got to be careful with those. Put it somewhere where he can at least go up and try and get it.
So with 3rd down and 5 from the 35-yard line, Central Dauphin a 3-0 lead here in the first quarter of play. For 1 on 3rd downs today. Head coach Matt Lintel also serves as the offensive coordinator. He is signaling in plays. Russell in motion. Hand off to Hafner. And he is stopped short. Gain of about a yard. It'll be a 4th down and 4. And what do you do right now?
I think you should probably go for it. You're in positive field position. Your defense showed last time they can get a stop for you if they need it. And you know, just good job by Central Dauphin to stack the side where they thought Hafner would probably be running to.
Last time on 4th and 4, the offense came out, but Snyder pooch punted it into the end zone from the 34-yard line. Snyder gets the signal in. 8 seconds left on the play clock. They'll go to the air. Snyder stepping up, pressure from behind. Pass completed to Brandon Clark. And he jukes his way downfield, and that is a State High 1st down.
Great play there by quarterback and wide receiver to make sure, give him time to roll, let your receiver get open, and he found him right at that 1st down marker.
Silas Pope was in on the pressure, but could not get to Snyder. Down to the 28-yard line will be a 1st down with just under 4 minutes to go in the quarter. Freiberg and Swanson in at the H-back position. Handoff to Hafner up the gut. Fights his way forward. Gain of 5.
Hafner right now getting just above his normal average. Usually averages about 4.9, so let's call it his average. But still, it looks like the Central Dauphin defense not afraid to just go at him and play just as physical as he wants to.
Second and 5 from the 23. Sweep to the outside, it's Hafner. Hafner nearing towards the end zone, and he is knocked out of bounds. Just shy of the end zone, but a big run for Pete Hafner. Now they'll have a 1st down and goal.
Yeah, and that's what I had mentioned with Hafner before. He can go out and run you over, or he can just juke the defender. He can really do it all out there, and you know, he showed it right there. He just juked his defender and went all the way down. They weren't expecting it. They expect him just to try and run you over.
So 17-yard carry from Hafner. 1st and goal from the 6, 3 minutes to go.
Snyder not afraid to change the play at the line.
Well, again, go to Hafner. And picks up about 2 yards. It'll be a 2nd down and goal from the 4. State High trailing 3-0.
And it'll be interesting to see what kind of play calls they make up here, because you know what Hafner's going to do. We've seen it. He's just going to try and run in between the tackles. But we'll see if State College head coach maybe can mix some things in here and change it up a little bit.
Central Dauphin, a staunch defense. They've only allowed their opponent to score 20 points on them twice this season. Design draw for Snyder. And he is met at the 3-yard line.
Tyler Snyder, the ball carrier, stopped me by Feller.
3rd down and goal.
State College really wants a touchdown here. About 2 minutes left in the quarter. Already down 3-0. Want to try their best to take a touchdown and try and take a 3 to 4 point lead.
On this play, 3rd and short. Are you going to Hafner?
I'm probably going to Hafner. I think that's the best bet.
And Hafner will line up in the Wildcat. He's going to throw it. Oh, and it's just over the head of Brandon Clark. Creative play calling, and now you have a 4th down and goal. A field goal will tie it, but a touchdown will put your team ahead.
Yeah, it's what I had mentioned, though. They changed the play call up a little bit, decided to catch Central Dauphin off guard, something they don't normally do. Probably not a lot of tape on it. And, you know, too bad Clark couldn't come down with that. He hit his hands. You would hope that he can come down with it, but I guess they'll just settle for a field goal.
So they'll bring out Jack Sheen, who on this season has been very consistent, 6 for 7. He'll look to tie it up, make it 3-3. Olivet to hold and Mason Mellett to snap. Minute 45 to go in the first. Kick is up, and it is good from Sheen. So we are tied at 3. Thoughts on that State High drive?
I thought it was a good drive. It's unfortunate you couldn't end up getting into the end zone, but a lot of positives there. Snyder looked good. His wideouts were catching all the balls they threw, and Hafner, he ran with a lot of authority, while also showed he has another element to his game.
So Jack Sheen levels things up at 3 apiece with a minute 43 to go. Central Dauphin will begin the football back. Stick with us. This is State High football on CNET.
District football team. Plus information about our school district. We'd also like to thank the many sponsors who have taken out ads in the program and encourage people to patronize those sponsors. The program is available at various locations in and around Memorial Stadium tonight. The cost of the program is by donation.
And welcome back to Memorial Field, CNET's coverage of State College Area High School football. John Gross alongside David Arroyo. We are tied at 3, a minute 43 to go in the quarter. And this has become a bit of a rivalry between these two teams. Coach Glenn McNamee of Central Dauphin said that these teams really circle each other on the calendar. They know this will be a big game, although Central Dauphin has won every single matchup since 2008.
And I think that makes it even bigger for somebody like State College. They know this team has had their number, and they want to finally be able to say that they got to win against this team.
A high kick for Sheen is received. A.J. Blair is cut down at the 37-yard line.
A.J. Blair on the
And I don't know how I feel about that kickoff. I think what they were trying to do, they were trying to force either a fair catch or just allow their defense, their special teams, to get down there very quickly and make a play. But you gave them great field position. You're starting right about the 40-yard line. It looks like the 38.
So we'll see if Central Dauphin can score again. It's A.J. Millar in the gun. Gabriel's in motion, read option. Gabriel's has it, and he is brought down. Gain of about 5 yards.
That's what you're going to need from Gabriel in the absence of Weiss. You're going to need him to pick up where Weiss had left off, get nice carries here and there. About 5 to 6 yards a game is what Weiss was averaging.
Ian Barr on the tackle. This is a Central Dauphin team that has dominated this conference, 5 straight conference titles. Coach Glenn McNamee, 107-30 all-time record at CD. And again, it'll be Gabriel's in motion. Millar will go to the air. Pass is completed, and a first down. A.J. Noel on the catch.
pass complete.
Yeah, good throw there by Millar, and just good job by Noel to, once he caught the ball, to just be willing to, he caught it first and then worried about running upfield. There was no one around him, was not afraid of being hit there, and he's one of the biggest players on the field, so I don't really think he has that fear on a day-to-day basis anyway.
Well, there was a flag on the play. It was a legal procedure on the offense, so backed things up a little bit. And again, these penalties in these inopportune times have been killing both sides so far tonight.
Yeah, it's a terrible penalty. You have such a great gain there, only to have it negated by a penalty. We'll see how that affects Central Dauphin. We've already seen how it affected State College.
So that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 from their own 39. 3-3 the score, 30 seconds to go in the first. Millar in the gun. Screen pass to Noel. And he is brought down by Olivet.
Central Dauphin pass is complete.
But you mentioned a physical guy as he picks up the first down there. He's going to run guys over, and he's not afraid to do that.
Yeah, Noel just ran a guy over there. The guy will get credited with the tackle, but he just kind of tripped over the guy he had just recently ran over. Good job by Central Dauphin not to let the previous penalty affect their momentum.
Noel comes in at 5'11", 210 pounds. Hand off to Gabriel as he stiff arms his way out of bounds. Stopped for a gain of 1.
Gabriel, the ball carrier, stopped by Hafner.
Good closeout by the State College defense. You forced them to the sideline, and you just took away all of Gabriel's running room.
Tackle made by Pete Hafner. We'll be hearing his name quite a bit on all sides of the game. The captains of this State High roster. Gabriel in motion. And a flag on the play. Gabriel is brought down aggressively by Pete Hafner at the line of scrimmage, but we'll see what this is. Normally, a situation like this, it will be on the offense.
Flag in the play.
No matter what it is right here, it's just not when you want that to come as time's expiring in the first quarter.
It will be a penalty on Central Dauphin. So back-to-back penalties, a legal procedure. State College will decline it. So it'll be a 3rd down and 9 after the break, end of the first quarter. Thoughts on this first quarter? We were tied 3-3.
It's a defensive struggle right now. Both teams are trying to play extremely physical, so they're both playing into what the other wants to do. And I think for each team, this is a little bit familiar for them because this is what you practice against every day. So we'll see if one of the two teams can throw in a bit of a wrinkle like we saw State College do there down in the red zone.
And we will take a quick break. When we get back, second quarter action here from State College, Pennsylvania. The Little Lions and the Rams are tied at 3, conference title on the line. This is CNET's coverage of State High football. Tied at 3 as the second quarter is just about to start. John Gross joined by David Arroyo. Both teams tacked on a field goal in the first quarter of play. And now a 3rd down and 7 from the State High 46 for the visiting Central Dauphin Rams. Millar to the air. Over the middle, pass is completed and a 1st down. Manus Frank on the grab.
Excellent throw there by Millar, just standing there. He was backpedaling, so he threw that off of his back foot, and he was still able to get that ball completed easily over the middle. So great job there by Millar to show poise in the pocket and the ability to throw off his back foot.
So a big 1st down conversion in State High territory down to the 34. Once again, the Rams are without their starting fullback, Mike Wise. back up Gabriel in motion. Read option, Millar keeps it himself, and he is met at the line. Little if no gain on the run.
That's the second play tonight where I've kind of questioned the quarterback keeping it. It seems like the quarterback won it. In this case, it was Millar. Earlier, it was Snyder. Wanted to make something out of nothing, where they had stacked the middle. I think if you give that ball to Gabriel, he has a better chance of at least getting a yard or two.
Buckner and Walker on the stop. Second down and 9, 11 minutes to go. We are tied at 3. Open motion. They'll give it to him. And this time, State High able to stiff it out. Down to the 31-yard line. It'll be a 3rd down and 7.
After getting burnt by Pope earlier, that's exactly what you want to see from State College. You want to make sure that they understand that he is a threat and you're able to contain him.
So a 3rd down and 7. They've converted on 1 3rd down on this drive already.
This right now might be the play of the first half. This could determine how the rest of this first half is going to go.
31-yard line. 10:15 to go in the half. Millar rolls to his right. Breaking tackles. A.J. Millar will have the first down. Shook off a couple of tackles. Aziz Salami was there, unable to bring him down. That's another first down for Central Dauphin.
And that's one of those plays, if your State College can be deflating. You saw how Millar just ran over several of your players, just ran right through them as if it was nothing. We're talking about the quarterback here. That is embarrassing if you're the defense, and that's not what you want to see from the State College defense, but a great confidence booster for Central Dauphin. Going to get their fans into it, and it's probably going to get every player on the bench into this game even more.
Millar, a big guy at 6'3", 185. Gabriel in motion. And he is brought down from behind by Jackson Heasel.
Gabriel found the hole there. There wasn't much to get, but he found the one sliver within that defense and was able to turn it into a 6-yard gain.
2nd down and 4 from the State High 16-yard line after the 6-yard carry by Gabriel. Now we'll see Gabriel in the backfield. Weaver comes in motion. Handoff to Gabriel. And Pete Hafner wraps him up and drops him. Gain of 2.
Stop me by Hafner.
State High's run defense, they have to start stepping it up if they want to start getting some stops. What are some things they could possibly change?
They can't be fooled by the jet sweeps. They have run a lot of these jet sweeps and then ended up giving it to the back that's there in the backfield. Just kind of stay at home, make sure everyone knows their assignments.
3rd down and 3. Handoff to Gabriel. Fights his way forward. This will be close.
Looks like they're right on that first down marker, I believe, or about a yard short.
So they'll be short. A crucial stop by State College, and what a decision now for Coach McNamee of the Rams.
I think if you want to make a statement right now, you go for it. You allow the quarterback just to run it right up the middle. They've had difficulty stopping those quarterback runs right up the middle, whether it's been straight from under center or if it's been on a pass.
So 4th down and a yard. Crowd comes to their feet. Student section making noise. Millar under center. Handoff to Gabriel, and he is wrapped up and brought down in the backfield by Donovan Brown. A crucial stop made by State High's defense.
And just when I thought that Central Dauphin was going to have all the momentum off of the Millar truck of the defense, the State College defense makes a play like that. That is something that will shift momentum back to the State College side, and they can go down right now and take a 10-3 lead and use some of this clock up. It will leave Central Dauphin needing a touchdown before we go to halftime.
So the offense will drop back out onto the field. 7:38 to go in the second quarter. 3-3 the score. A crucial 4th down stop by the Little Lions. Snyder the gun, and Tristan Lyons making his debut on offense for tonight's game as he gets the handoff. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Number 20, Tristan Lyons, ball carrier.
second down and 9.
For State High at their own 17.
Nice change of pace right now, getting Lions into the game.
Go to the air, complete it to Clark. And Brandon Clark at 6'3", able to dive forward and pick up some more yardage.
Pass complete to number 15, Brandon
Out
Clark.
to the 25-yard line, a third down and a yard.
They'll bring up 3rd and 1 for State High at their own 25.
If I had to guess right here, I'd probably just line up under center and try and run this one forward.
So Lions will stay in the game despite the down and distance situation. 3rd and a yard from the 25. We'll throw to Clark again. He makes his move downfield, and a first down for Brandon Clark. Andrew Johnson on the stop.
And the State College defense showing you they're not going to do anything crazy out there on offense. They're going to go out there. They're going to just, throw it to the sides, run it up the middle. They're going to play just a very simple football game, and they're going to dare you to try and stop it.
First down and 10 from the 33. Russell in motion. Handoff to Lyons, and he is brought down for a loss on the play. Tristan Lyons not having much success at all on this drive running the football.
Stopped me by Garcia.
Garcia on the stop, a tackle for loss.
Lost on the play, 2nd and 10 for State High at their own 32.
We haven't seen State High take many shots downfield. You think that's something that the Little Lions can do to possibly open things up?
I don't really think they need to. I think if they just keep doing what they're doing, just run some clock, and why not? Just see what happens.
It's completed to Clark. It's out to the 36-yard line. So that'll set up a 3rd down and 7 for the Little Lions.
I think if you're going to take a shot downfield, John, like you had mentioned, I think Clark's definitely going to be the guy. You saw there, he almost broke that tackle and was able to turn that short little play into a big run. I think you trust him downfield, give him a good ball to go up and get, and I think anything is possible.
Late substitution as Freiberg comes off and Cohen Russell comes in. He'll play in the slot. It's Noah Woods, the near receiver. Clark at the top of the screen. Snyder rolls to his left, pressured. Scrambling around, and looks like he might have gotten it. The official will mark him very close to the first down marker. And they'll say it's a 4th down.
And Snyder there, though, showing the wheels, showing he has the ability to at least try and get that first down. Great job to avoid the pressure and still almost get the first down and giving his team a chance right here on 4th to get that.
4th down and a yard.
42.
5:20 to go in the half. 3-3 the score. They go from under center. QB sneak, and Snyder got it. First down, State High.
Excellent play call there. Just line up under center, go to the side where there's less defenders right now. I think that's an excellent play call by State College.
You don't see the Little Lions go under center very often, but they did right there, and it paid off. And an injury on the play, a State High player is down. So again, 3-3 is the score, and this is pretty much what we expected coming into this matchup.
Yes, it's exactly what we expected. We expected two teams that play hard-nosed football to come out and try and pound the ball against each other and just hope their defenses will be able to hang. Right now, both teams are executing their game plans to perfection. Problem is they're not putting a lot of points on the board. They're wasting a lot of clock, but they're only getting field goals out of these drives.
And these two teams do put up points. Central Dauphin averages 34 points a game. State High scores in the 30s per game as well. What are some things that they can do, or is this just more of, they're going to try to figure out their opponent's defense?
I think they're both so familiar with how each other plays because they have similar styles. They both want to ground and pound, and then on the other end, like we mentioned, they just want to make sure they wrap up their tackles and try and play physical. So I think because they are so similar, these teams practice against each other basically every day. So you're used to playing against this style, and it's just going to take some time before players start getting tired out, and then you might start seeing some of the bigger plays.
Drew Linus, the injured lineman on the play from State High. hobbling off on 1 foot. He is a senior lineman, 5'11", 260 pounds.
Big loss. It's a shame to lose that type of leadership on senior night in such a big game.
This is an offensive line that had to replace 4 linemen from last season. First down and 10 from the 44-yard line. 5:15 to go, clock is running, 3-3. Russell in motion, they'll toss it back to him. And Cohen Russell ran into a blocker. They'll credit the tackle, though, to Menace Frank.
Yeah, it's a shame there. Cohen Russell really looked like he had an opportunity there to turn that one upfield and get a lot of yardage. He just ended up tripping over his own guy.
So a 2nd and 13 from the 41-yard line.
And I think if I'm State College right now, if I'm going to take a shot downfield, it might be with Russell because of his speed and ability to just burn past anyone in that secondary.
And they'll go to the air. Snyder pressured from behind, and he is sacked. Big play by Gavin Hoffman.
Yeah, and the thing there, fans were looking downfield, you know, no one watching our broadcast could see it, but Russell was going downfield, and he was starting to create separation there. If Snyder maybe had a second or two more, Russell probably would have been wide open downfield. 3rd
down and 16. This is a situation that State High is not in very often, playing this far behind the sticks. Hafner goes in motion, pressured from behind, a screen to the tight end, and a flag on the play. Pass was completed to Eric Swanson. Flag came out after the throw. Could be a roughing the passer.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is. Looked like Snyder went down way after he released that football.
Silas Pope delivered the hit on Snyder. And it is a personal foul on Central Dauphin. So a big penalty in a big spot, and we've seen so many of those tonight.
Yeah, the big penalty call, but I still don't think that gave them enough for the first down. So we'll see if State College here, a second opportunity on 3rd down, can possibly get this.
3rd down and a yard, and Hafner is in there.
And if you're Central Dauphin, you're just loathing the fact that you just gave State College a second opportunity at this first down.
Central Dauphin will load the box, 8 in the box. And Hafner looks like he has the first down. Burkhardt on the stop, but it was not enough, and it is another State College first down.
Good job by Hafner there. He got hit almost immediately at the line of scrimmage, and he never stopped moving his legs. He was able to just plow right through that Central Dauphin defense.
Down to the 45-yard line of CD. 3.5 minutes to go. We are tied at 3. Senior night at Memorial Field. They're going to go to the air, over the middle, and Freiberg comes down with it. Drew Freiberg will score. Touchdown, State High.
John, I have absolutely no idea how Freiberg came down with that ball. I saw 2 defenders. He was flanked in between 2 defenders. One defender looked like he even might have gotten hands on that football, yet Freiberg still was able to come down with it in traffic and score that touchdown. Now with about 3:15 left, possibly going to be up 10-3 here. That's a lot of momentum going State College's way, but they're still going to have to make a stop on defense.
16th touchdown toss of the season for Snyder. Freiberg, a backup quarterback who's 6'6", played H-back on that play. Extra point is good. 10-3 the score, and what a drive by the Little Lions.
Excellent drive. But again, plagued Central Dauphin has been by their own doing. That drive probably would have been over. State College, I assume, would have went for it on 4th down after that failed screen pass by State College. But Central Dauphin was in great position. It would have been about 4th and 10, 4th and 9 to stop State College. Instead, you get a penalty, give them 3rd and 1. They get the first down in the ensuing play, and then just like that, State College now up 10-3.
10 unanswered points for the Little Lions as we will head into a quick break. Stick with us. This is State College Area High School football on CNET. A go-ahead score from Tyler Snyder to Drew Freiberg has us at 10-3. State College leading Central Dauphin. 3:15 to go here from State College, Pennsylvania. Sheen on to kick, and instead the kick is taken by Ellis. Received by Silas Pope, breaking past midfield, and finally dragged down at the 40-yard line. Some big plays from Silas Pope.
Silas Pope in a big problem right now for State College. Between that kick return, the long play on their first drive, they got to find an answer right now for Pope, and you can't let that happen after scoring a touchdown. All the momentum was on State College's side, and just like that, Central Dauphin already threatening on State College's half of the field.
They have 3 minutes to try to get some more points on the board. Gabriel in the backfield. Weaver in motion. Hand off to Weaver. And he picks up 5.
Dylan Weaver, the ball carrier.
It'll be curious to see how much clock here Central Dauphin wants to waste. See if they want to take it all the way down to under the 1 minute mark, or if they're going to try and move a little bit quicker and try and leave some time on the clock. And assume they try and waste most of the time, but curious to see how quickly they're able to score.
2:35 to go, clock is ticking. And off again to Weaver. And this time he's brought down at short gain of 2 yards.
Number 24, Dylan Weaver, the ball
That'll
carrier.
set up a 3rd down and 3.
It'll bring up 3rd and 3 for the Rams to stay high 33.
Interesting situation now. Do you go to the air or keep it on the ground?
If I'm Central Dauphin, I think I'd probably keep it on the ground because that's what's worked best for me today. But you never know. They could do a play action here because they've run the ball so much.
Millar under center, Gabriel behind him. And it's a bootleg. And Millar has the 1st down. Paul Olivet on the stop.
AJ Millar, the ball carrier.
And Gabriel
Stopped
looked
by
like
Olivet.
missed a block there on the
good
run.
for CD,
If he had
first
picked
down.
up one more guy on the outside there, then Central Dauphin, had a much better shot at gaining a little bit more yards. Instead, missed the block and made it easier for State College to come away with that tackle.
1st and 10 from the 26. 10-3 State College. A minute and a half to go in the first half. Pope in motion. And he gets the handoff around the edge. Silas Pope pushed out of bounds. Another big play for the star of the Rams.
Yeah, Pope right now the clear best player on the field for either team. Between his return game and his running ability, he's been a menace right now, and we'll see if Central Dauphin can actually turn this into something significant.
Gain of 8 in the run from Pope. Second down and 2. Clock is stopped at a minute 22. And Gabriel still on his feet. Swarmed by the State College defense.
Gabriel, the ball carrier.
And that's another 1st down.
Gain is good for a Central Dauphin 1st down.
Let's see if the State College defense can make another stand like they made earlier, right about this same field position.
Rams taking their time. Just over 1 minute to go in the first half. Millar was not ready for the snap. And he falls on it. Miscommunication between the center and A.J. Millar at quarterback. Could have been costly.
Yeah, almost very costly. State College was very close to getting there before Millar did. But good job by Millar to just being willing to take the loss on that play. He was willing to just eat that loss, falls on the football to make sure that his team doesn't turn the ball over in such a crucial area.
So Central Dauphin takes their 1st time out of the half, but we will keep it right here. 57 seconds to go. State College leading 10-3. In this situation, they've been running the ball quite a bit. They still have 2 timeouts to go. Do you start going to the air where you're a little bit more uncomfortable, or keep it on the ground, which has really been their bread and butter this game?
I think you do what's comfortable, and you've seen it work when you mix in some wrinkles. When they've added in the Pope jet sweep, it's added an element to the offense that State College wasn't really ready for either of the times that it's happened. So they keep adding these little wrinkles, and that bootleg was another excellent example, just a little wrinkle into the offense that can catch a defense off guard and get you a first down or even a touchdown when you're this close.
Such an important matchup here in State College. A lot of fans in attendance. State High has already clinched the Mid-Penn Commonwealth title. If Central Dauphin wins it, the 2 teams will split it.
And you look around, you see fans behind both goalposts on the side, fans who are just passing by, stopping to see this game. Fans ever right now knowing the importance of this game.
2nd and 12 after the fumbled snap. Millar to his right. Pressure from behind, going towards the end zone, and the pass falls incomplete. Pass was intended for Frank.
Passing it for Manus Frank, falls incomplete.
And that's kind of what you keep alluding to, John. They're willing now to throw the ball a little bit more, despite being in kind of an awkward area to throw the ball. So if State College can continue to anticipate it, then I would expect Central Dauphin just to go back to their bread and butter, which is that run game. But again, you never know once you get this far down into the red zone what kind of things coach is going to draw up.
3rd down and 12. Clock is stopped at 52 seconds. Draw play. Weaver breaking tackles, and he comes up close to the first down marker. Looks like he'll be just short. It'll be a 4th down. Clock is running.
That was an excellent play call. I really liked what they did there as you fake the pass. Again, just a small wrinkle into the offense that turned into something big.
Timeout taken with 30 seconds to go by Central Dauphin. And you mentioned that play call, that draw play, really keeping State High on their heels, and now it's a 4th and 1. If you don't get it, State High backed up. If you go for the field goal, you get 3 points. You gonna go for this?
I think you go for it. You're this close, you're already down 7. You don't want to go into the half down 7. Granted, you get the ball to start, so it wouldn't be that bad being down 7, but it would be great to be tied at this point and then have the ability coming out of the half to take the lead.
4th and 1 from the 5. Coming up after this break, stick with us. State High football on CNET. And welcome back to Memorial Field in State College, Pennsylvania. John Gross alongside David Arroyo. A 4th and 1 on tap. The 5-yard line. Rams trail by 7. QB sneak from Millar, and a flag is on the play. A false start called on Central Dauphin.
What a costly time to get a false start. You are 4th and 1. You have a great opportunity. The draws worked all night on these short yardage situations, and then just like that, you basically give away points. It's the difference now between potentially getting 3 and potentially getting 7.
So a 4th and 6 from the 10 will prompt Coach McNamee to bring out the field goal unit, although we did see them practicing a fake field goal in warm-ups.
And this is a great time to pull it out.
And Buskirk is 1 for 1 on the night. A late substitution for the Rams. Brady Straub, the backup quarterback, will hold. And Van Buskirk sends it through the uprights. 10-6 now the score, 24 seconds to go.
Again, though, if you're the Central Dauphin coach, I would be a bit disappointed there. You thought you were gonna potentially end up with 7, and then just like that, your team jumps and they false start there. And if you're Central Dauphin, you can't do that. You know the snap count. You should not be moving before that ball is moving, especially in such a crucial situation. If nothing else, you should be trying to draw State College offside.
We saw State College pull off an interesting misdirection kick. Do you think the Rams will do something similar to try to prevent a big return?
I think they're going to kick away from lines who they've been kicking to the first 2 times. Both times had 20-plus yard returns. One of them was closer to about 40 yards on the return. So I think you kick away from him and just avoid that, because Lions, one of the smaller guys probably won't be able to put up one of the biggest blocks.
24 seconds to go. State College leading Central Dauphin 10-6. Final home game for 26 State College Little Lions. Most notably, Pete Hafner.
Notably quiet Pete Hafner tonight. He has a lot of yards on the ground, but not really anything to show for it.
Van Buskirk on to kick. Lions and Russell back deep. Once again, Cohen Russell had an 83-yard kickoff return last week. He'll kick it towards Russell, and he receives it. And Cohen Russell still on his feet, fighting his way forward out towards the 40-yard line. Just shy of the 40 at the 38, so 17 seconds to go. Have to figure State High will be happy to go in the locker room up 10-6.
We'll see if they actually go for more points than just that. I'm going to be curious if they actually try something downfield, try and get another touchdown. But it turns out, doesn't matter whether they kick the lines or Russell, they're going to be able to get a big return. They've consistently started from right around the 40-yard line all night.
The offense will come out onto the field. Tristan Lyons in the backfield. Woods, Clark, and Russell at receiver. Excuse me, Woods, Ellis, and Clark at receiver. And they'll go to the air. Deep to Woods. And right through the hands of Noah Woods. Pass falls incomplete.
Woods had several steps on his defender, had his arms extended, and it just went right through his hands. He comes down with that one. They're at least within the 20-yard line, and I'm not sure if he doesn't score. See a coach over there as he walks off the field, talk to him and just try and get his hopes back up, because he knows that he just dropped a potential touchdown.
Noah Woods, the big play receiver for this team, he averages 26 yards per reception. As State High takes a knee into the half. 10-6 is the score, and what a game this has been.
What a game so far. Defensive battle with spurts of offense here and there. You see big plays from both teams, but you've also seen a ton of missed opportunities from both teams. Central Dauphin and State College both plagued by penalties. We just saw that potential big play there go right through the hands of the State College wideout. So if you're both teams, you got to correct the mistakes going into halftime and just have a talk and settle your guys down.
For the visiting Rams, as they come off the field, 2 field goals from Ethan Van Buskirk. For State College, it was first a field goal by Jack Sheen, and then a big pass reception for a touchdown by Drew Freiberg. And with that, we will head into halftime. The score 10-6, State College leading as the marching band's about to take the field. Stick with us for the broadcast of the halftime show. This is CNET's coverage of State High football.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The 2016 State College Area High School Marching Band features over 190 instrumentalists and a band front of 20. The band continues their tradition of presenting a number of completely different halftime shows each fall. Tonight, we are pleased to share with you highlights from our various halftime shows presented this year, as selected by the senior members of the marching band. We opened tonight's show with a selection from the Earth, Wind, and Fire show. Here is the opener from that show, In the Stone. Show with a selection from its royalty show. From the King of Pop, Michael Jackson, this was the title track from Jackson's album, which to date has sold over 46 million copies, making it the best-selling album of all time. Featuring the entire band hitting the dance floor, here is Thriller. 43 senior members of the marching band. These students have shown tremendous dedication through their long hours of work during the warm days of August and September to the cold, rainy nights of October and November. Trombones, Michael Macalis, Nathan Shunk, and Toby Sundstrom. Tenor sax, Joe Sepich. Alto saxes, Julia Bieberdorf, Allie Ellis, Noah Grube, Laura McKee, and Alexis Soto. Trumpets, Rachel Adam, Christopher Bagley, Tiberius Bishop, Aiden Fox, Grace Gilpatrick, Graham Miller, and Chase Ryder. Clarinets, Rachel Babb, Georgia McDura, and Samantha Myers. Flutes, Megan Gonnett, Claire Horn, Molly Hunter, and Brittany Shipman. Baritone, Phoebe Woods. Sousaphone, Catherine Caberna. Percussion, Dylan Goss, Tanner Holdridge, Ryan May Holtz, Josh Morgan, Nate Ryder, James Rohan, William Santos, Trevor Cady, and Connor Simons. Majorettes, Taylor Butterbaugh, Michaela Clemens, Jordan Gardner, and Gabrielle Swavely. Dance team, Claire Bingaman, Hannah Nelson, Hannah Olenek, and Tia St. Pierre. And of course, your drum major, Hayden Yoder. At this time, we ask that you rise as we pay tribute to our senior marching band members with the playing of the State College Area High School alma mater. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The State College Area High School Marching Band is under the direction of Paul Eskowitz, with Assistant Director Johanna Steinbacher and Percussion Instructor Douglas Shum. Major Instructor is Nicole Drives, and the Dance Team Advisor is Sean McDougal. The band President is Christopher Bagley. Best representatives are Josh Morgan, Amber Lucas, Jackson Harper, and George Boschott. Field leadership is provided by Drum Major Hayden Yoder. Marching band would also like to thank Brothers Pizza in Northland Center for providing tonight's hot chocolate for the band. The annual Marching Band indoor concert will take place on Tuesday, November 8th at 7:30 in the North Building Auditorium. Doors open at 7. Tickets are $3 and can be purchased at the door or through Ticketmaster or StubHub. Senior citizens and students of all ages are free. Come out, support our student musicians in this annual State College tradition. And as always, cookies and punch will be served after the
I don't
concert.
know if I could even find it. I had such a freaking day yesterday. I don't know if I'll get it. better. Oh, here we go. I even had to leave work. I say this like they're gonna kick me out of here. So I went home. Got there. Whatever dollar I earned yesterday. Without all the stress. I said I'm going home I've had enough for women. I've had enough Yeah, it's fine.
As a member of the PIAA, State College High School's players, coaches, and administration are committed to showing sportsmanship toward all those in attendance this evening. We'd like all spectators to join us in showing courtesy and sportsmanship toward the athletes, coaches, and fans of both teams, as well as to the game officials. Emergency services at all home state high football games provided by the Central Lifelink EMS and the Alpha Fire Department. The volunteer efforts of these organizations assure athletes and fans of prompt and professional care in the event of an emergency. If you need assistance, contact any nearby usher or Lifelink personnel directly. They're usually stationed in the northeast corner of the stadium near the Rams, the area closest to the park.
That's like so
Have you ever thought of becoming a member of the State College High School Football Booster Club? New members are always welcome. More information about the booster organization as well as membership information can be found starting on page 11 of tonight's program. Some of the unsung contributors to the success of State College High School teams are the State High cheerleaders. They're the ones responsible for helping boost spirit at all games. Enthusiasm to help support the team begins and ends with the girls. We'd like to thank them for all they do. State High's girls and boys cross country team will be competing in the PIAA State Championships tomorrow in Hershey. The girls meet gets underway at 11 a.m. The boys meet gets underway at 1:15. We'd like to wish them both teams good luck tomorrow.
After a back and forth first half of play, the score is 10-6. The State College Area High School Little Lions are leading the Central Dauphin Rams. John Gross alongside Brandon
Tomorrow, the boys will be playing Erie
That's me.
That game time started
All
at
right.
2 p.m. The girls team will be playing Erie McDowell at Cathedral Prep High School as well. That game time will be at 4 p.m. Again, we want to wish them good luck tomorrow.
After a back and forth first half of play, we are at 10-6 in favor of the State College Area High School Little Lions. John Gross alongside David Arroyo. A lot to talk about after that first half. Pretty much a defensive struggle.
Yeah, big defensive struggle. Both teams, though, shooting themselves in the foot, negating opportunities that they've had to score the football. And you've had both teams have some standout guys. You've had A.J. Millar play a good game so far. You have Pope as well for Central Dauphin playing a good game. Then on the other side, you have Hafner doing what he normally does. Snyder playing a good game. The return game right now for State College has been crucial. So both teams doing a lot of good things, but in the end, shooting themselves in the foot at the end of most of their drives.
Let's talk a little bit about the guy that has been the bell cow of the Rams offense tonight. That's Silas Pope. He had that big run that put him inside the red zone. He had a big kick return as well. What are some other ways that Central Dauphin can get him more involved?
I think if I'm Central Dauphin, I try to take a shot down the field. He is clearly faster than everybody on the State College defense, so why not just see what Millar can do with him, try and just throw a ball up for him downfield, and see if he's able to make something of it, see if he's able to catch that ball and then run for a big gain or even a touchdown.
Once again, State College leading Central Dauphin 10-6. Stick with us when we get back. Second half action underway here from Memorial Field. This is CNET's coverage of State College Area High School football. After a back and forth first half of play, the State College Little Lions lead the Central Dauphin Rams 10-6. After a back and forth first half of play, the State College Little Lions lead the Central Dauphin Rams 10-6 in a defensive struggle. John Gross alongside David Arroyo. Thoughts on the first half?
So far it's been a real defensive battle between State College and Central Dauphin, only 10-6, but both teams have had some standouts on offense, whether that be the two quarterbacks, Sutter or Millar. You have Pope for Central Dauphin, Hafner doing his normal thing for State College. So there's some guys who are standing out right now, but no one really able to get anything going too significant because of how well the defense have played.
And you mentioned Silas Pope from Central Dauphin. He had that big run that got the Rams inside the red zone. He had the big kick return that opened up the drive and put them in State College territory. What are some more ways they can get him involved?
I think if I'm Central Dauphin, I'm trying to go downfield with him. I'm trying to see if he's maybe able to beat some of this secondary for State College. He's clearly faster than everybody else on the field when he's out there on the field, so why not just try and take a shot downfield?
Once again, State College leads Central Dauphin 10-6. Second half action just about underway. Stick with us. This is CNET's coverage of State College High School football.
State College will kick off to begin the second half. Central Dauphin will receive.
Will receive. Jack Sheen to kick. Second half underway. Jack Sheen, a high kick. It's received by Blair. A.J. Blair switching fields now. And finally brought down around midfield. Great field position for the Rams to start off this drive.
Yeah, excellent spot to start. You know, try and carry some of that first half momentum. They had something going there at the end. Remember, if fans remember correctly, if you're just joining us, they had a penalty at the end of the drive. So if maybe they can get some of that momentum back and maybe take a lead here.
Trailing 10-6, the Rams will look to get back on top. Weaver in motion, they give it to him. He hits a hole and is brought down by Olivet. Gain of 11 for a first down.
Good start here to the second half for your Central Dauphin.
And we've seen them continue to go to that jet sweep. State High has to make some adjustments if they want to stop that.
It's been the most effective play for Central Dauphin all night. I think just the speed of Central Dauphin is too much for State College right now. If I'm Central Dauphin, I keep going back to it.
Weaver in motion once again, and they'll give it to him again. And he has nowhere to go.
Dylan Weaver, the ball carrier, stopped me by Edward.
Gain of about 2 yards for Dylan Weaver.
Yeah, I think Weaver made the wrong decision there. He cut the ball inside right where all of the State College defenders were. He looked like he probably had a little bit more space on the outside. It's been the third or fourth time we've seen players do that tonight. So we'll see if these players can maybe start to pick out the holes a little bit better.
2nd down and 8 from the 37-yard line of State College. It's Millar in the gun. Weaver once again in motion. Millar will keep it. He'll look to throw. Downfield has Frank, and a great play made by Aziz Salami to knock it away at the last second.
Yeah, excellent play by Salami to get his hands in there and break that pass up to avoid a big gain by Central Dauphin.
And now a 3rd down and 8. We've seen a lot of 3rd and long situations for both sides tonight with not much success converting. 10:41 to go in the 3rd quarter. 10-6, State College leading. Rams at the State High 37. Millar to the air. He looks for Pope, and a low throw falls incomplete as Pope could not get his hands under it.
Good job right now by State College to force a 4th down here. You'd think Central Dauphin, with the great field position, would have had some momentum coming out of the half, but it still looks like they are reeling from that penalty to end the first half.
So we will see Ethan Van Buskirk, first time punting tonight. And back deep to receive for State College is Cohen Russell, but there is a whistle before the snap. And a timeout taken by State College.
Very early timeout. Surprised that they're taking a timeout already. Head coach of State College must have seen something he didn't like and wants to talk it over with his team.
So we will take a quick break. When we get back, we'll see what the Rams decide to do. 10-6 the score in favor of State College. This is CNET's coverage of State College high school football. John Gross alongside David Arroyo. 4th down and 8 from the State College 37. Van Buskirk to punt. Russell back deep to receive. End over end punt bounces and goes out of bounds for a touchback.
And good effort by Central Dauphin there. The ball almost was able to be knocked back away from the end zone before it got there. A lot of effort for no result.
State College, 10 points in the first half. That big touchdown pass from Snyder to Drew Freiberg. Otherwise, not much success offensively for the Little Lions.
But now with their defense playing so well, getting several key stops, we'll see if that turns into some momentum on the offensive side of the ball.
Pete Hafner back in at running back. A low snap has completed to Russell. Shimmies his way out of bounds. A gain of 5 for Cohen Russell. Excuse me, again at 4.
Russell's a huge threat out there. I want to see State College try and work him into the offensive level, maybe even on a jet sweep, which has been so successful for Central Dauphin. I try it out with Russell because he's so speedy.
Rams defense with 4 in the box. And the pass was tipped. Great pressure by Gavin Hoffman. We've seen him get into the backfield a couple times tonight. He already has a sack.
And he did a good job there of putting his hands up, just making sure that it wasn't going to be easy for Snyder to throw that football, and he was able to end up getting a hand on it.
So a 3rd down and 6 for the Little Lions. 10:23 to go in the 3rd quarter. They lead 10-6. State College ranked number 5 in the state of Pennsylvania. Central Dauphin at number 10. With a win, State High will complete their first undefeated regular season since 2008. Snyder to the air, swings it, and the ball is tipped away. Incomplete pass. Big stop by Central Dauphin.
Again, the line for Central Dauphin getting their hands up and just making things difficult for State College. Now they're going to send out the punting unit, and back-to-back, both by Central Dauphin and State College, very good defensive stands.
So 2 plays in a row that a defensive end got their hands on the ball, and Brandon Clark, who's also a wide receiver for this Little Lions team, will punt. He averages 37 yards per punt. He had a 67-yard punt earlier in the season. End over end kick to Weaver, and Weaver will just let it roll. Ball will be down at the 38-yard line by Robert Hort.
The State High punt rolls dead at the Central Dauphin 38-yard line, where the Rams will begin 1st and 10.
Another great starting point for the Rams, but they still haven't had much success in terms of finishing off drives.
No, they haven't, and we've mentioned it before, but it's of no one's fault but their own. It hasn't been bad play calling, hasn't been the State College incredible defense. It's just been them.
Paul at the top of the screen, Weaver in motion. They give to Weaver, and Pete Hafner wraps him up. Pick up of 3.
Central Dauphin has kind of become predictable. We can expect the plays they're going to run and kind of predict them before they even happen. If you're the Central Dauphin head coach right now, you have to try something different. Throw a little wrinkle into this offense and just try something crazy.
Head coach Glenn McNamee is also the offensive coordinator, a 40-year varsity quarterback at Bloomsburg University in Pennsylvania. Millar to his left, pressured, and the shovel pass is sniffed out. Terrell Gabriel had nowhere to go as he is stopped behind the line.
And you mentioned the head coach, Glenn McNamee. You saw him after he made the play call, tried to run out there and get his quarterback's attention to change the play, but he was unable to do so. He knew it was impending, and everything went exactly how he had foreseen. Only problem was he had already gotten the play into his quarterback.
So a 3rd down and 9, 9 minutes to go. 3 receivers set with A.J. Noel in at fullback. They'll go to the air, pressured from behind, and a flag is thrown, and the ball is intercepted. The official says that he was out of bounds. Nonetheless, a flag was thrown in the backfield, presumably a holding call. Jackson Heasley was in on the pressure.
But if you're State College, you're probably going to decline this one. Just take the 4th down, take the punt, and take the ball back.
So Heasley had the pressure. Mark West almost had the interception. Just could not get his feet down in bounds. And that will bring up a 4th down as State High does decline it, so they'll send Cohen Russell back deep to receive.
They send out the most unpredictable player on this team. You never know when he might break a big playoff.
Late substitution here for the Little Lions. Van Buskirk, his 2nd punt of the half. First one was a touchback. High kick. And Russell will let it bounce. Takes a fortuitous roll for Central Dauphin, and they will down it at the 19-yard line.
Central Dauphin punt rolls dead at State High 19.
And this has really become a game of field position. You see both teams Central Dauphin starting with better field position. They're stalling, and they are really pinning State High deep in their own territory.
State High is really going to have to march down the field right now. They need something. They need to waste a lot of time. Don't give Central Dauphin the ball right back. We don't want a slow game to continue. Both these teams would like to control the clock, yes, but they also want to score.
First and 10, the ball at around 18.
So no penalty on the play after the flag was left in the field from the previous play. State High will set up shop from the 18-yard line, their second drive of the half. Went 4 and out last time. 8:31 to go. State College leading 10-6. John Gross with David Arroyo.
It's a very fall night here in State College. Very much college football atmosphere here, or excuse me, high school football atmosphere. Tons of fans, tons of locals. Great night for some high school football.
And Hafner is wrapped up and brought down. Not much on the play. Harry Padilla Jr. on the tackle. It was a 2-yard run for Pete Hafner, but Hafner, they continue to go inside, and he continues to fight his way forward.
But for a running back who averages nearly 6 yards a carry, averages about 5.6 a carry, he's, I believe, being held below his season average tonight. Central Dauphin keeping most of his runs to about 4 yards or less ever since that first quarter.
Woods at the bottom of the screen. Snyder will go deep looking for Clark, and he overthrew. Second time tonight that we've seen Tyler Snyder overthrow his receiver.
And it was the second time it was specifically Clark. That's the second time Clark had have a corner beat only to have Snyder not deliver him the ball. You remember at the end of that first half, Ellis had the opportunity to bring down that big throw.
3rd down and 8 now from the 20.
Excuse me, Noah Woods.
Snyder looks to the sideline, trying to get the play.
Looked like he signaled to his guys to keep the play.
Pope will blitz, and incomplete pass as Snyder got lit up. Silas Pope is in there on the pressure. He leads his team with 8 sacks in the season, so he's been doing everything, special teams, offense, and defense.
If you're the State College head coach right now, I think you might be a little concerned that Snyder might have sustained a concussion on that one. He looked like to be a little wobbly when he got up from the floor. On top of that, he was just grabbing at his head. I wouldn't be surprised if they go through the concussion protocol right now with him on the sideline.
Second punt of the half for Clark, and Weaver muffed it. It's recovered by Noah Woods, and State High gets the ball back in Central Dauphin territory.
What a punt by Clark. That's one of those, either you let it bounce and it goes back probably within your 30, maybe even your 20, or you go up and try and grab it. And Central Dauphin returner there decided he was going to try and grab it, but just too much movement on it. All the credit to Clark and his very unorthodox kicking style.
So a big turn of events here in the middle of the 3rd quarter. Both offenses seeming to have stalled out, but a big break and a big special teams play for the Little Lions have them in Rams territory.
And fans there saw Adam Burkhart complaining to the referee. He was pushed down a little late. He believed it was after the play had ended, but no ref was around to see it, so no call for him.
So Snyder will check back out onto the field. Russell in motion. Oh, look deep. Snyder rolls to his right. He has room. And he is forced out of bounds by Alec Casilli. But that's another first down for State High, their first conversion of the quarter.
Snyder hasn't run much tonight, but when he has, he's shown his ability to really get the edge and get around some guys. He's got some wheels to him.
1st and 10 from the 32. State College leads 10-6, 7:28 to go in the 3rd. Hand off to Hafner, stiff arming his way. And what would have been a negative run ends up being about a gain of a foot for Pete Hafner.
Great just resilience by Hafner to refuse to go down. But if you're Central Dauphin, you got to tackle better.
Tackle ended up being made by Manus Frank, but a couple other of his teammates had a chance to bring Hafner down in the backfield. Woods, Russell, and Clark at receiver. Swanson at the H-back. Play action. Snyder stepping up. Good read by Tyler Snyder. He was feeling the pressure on that play from Adam Burkhart.
Snyder has had incredible pocket presence tonight, whether it's just be standing in there and knowing when the right time is to run, or in that case, just recognizing the play is dead already and just trying to get something out of it. And he was able to.
Third down and 4, 6:20 to go. Snyder looks towards this sideline. Once again, it's Woods, Russell, and Clark at receiver. Swanson at H-back and Hafner at running back. They'll go to the air. Pressure, Snyder throws it towards Clark, and pass falls incomplete. Burkhart on the coverage.
There might have been a miscommunication there with Clark on the outside, because it seemed like he ran that route short, and you saw Snyder looking for him to run that one a little deeper. I think if you ran that one deeper, throw that up in the end zone to the 6'4" Clark, you have a great opportunity to come down with that one.
And now we're seeing the Rams start to get some pressure on Tyler Snyder, something he hasn't seen very often tonight. So a 4th down and 4 as Coach Matt Lintel signals in the play for his offense. 6:01 to go as the play clock begins to run. Approaching 20 seconds, 10-6, State College leading. Swanson in motion. Option right side, and Snyder won't get there. He picked up a yard, but he's about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and a big stop for Central Dauphin.
The only thing really to say there is that was a terrible play call. Why run a read option on 4th and 4 is beyond me. I think your better bet there is go something like a short pass, which has worked all day, a short little screen. You've gotten 5 yards minimum every time you've tried that, so why not try it when you only need 4?
We've seen them run those screen passes to Russell and Keaton Ellis as well. Did not do it on that play. Weaver in motion. They'll give it to Weaver. Tries to cut it down the middle, and Pete Hafner read it perfectly. Tackle made at the line of scrimmage.
Hafner having a very big night on defense. We mentioned him before the game on offense, but he's had a tremendous defensive night. Has hit a lot of players either in the backfield or at the line, and has either brought them down or slowed their momentum enough so somebody else could.
League MVP last year. League defensive MVP last season. His brother Jack played here as well and then ended up walking on at Penn State. Draw play. Hand off to Gabriel. Swarmed by the State College defense, and that's what it takes to bring Gabriel down. He is a big guy, and he still is not down.
And you mentioned it, Gabriel, not the smallest guy on the field, not easy to take down. When he's running with force, it's going to take more than just 1 or 2 guys to take him down.
5'8", 205 pounds, and with that neck pad, he looks big. So a 3rd down and 3, the 32-yard line. Weaver comes in motion. They'll go to the air. Walker getting some pressure, lofting it downfield, and the pass falls incomplete, out of bounds, a 4th down.
Although they got pressure there at the end, excellent blocking by Central Dauphin. They gave their quarterback time, and if Millar had been taken down there, that would have been a coverage sack. That would have just been excellent coverage by State College.
So a 4th down and 3 from the 32-yard line. 4:36 to go, 10-6, State College leading Central Dauphin. Top 10 matchup in the state of Pennsylvania with conference title race on the line. And Buskirk almost blocked. High kick, and State College will let it bounce. It'll be down at the 46-yard line, so once again, the Little Lions with some great field position to start their drive.
As that ball took a favorable bounce, you couldn't have asked for much more other than maybe that blocked punt that looked like it was only inches away from being blocked.
And will have a timeout in the field and will take one as well. 10-6 the score. State College leading Central Dauphin. Stick with us. This is State College Area High School football on CNET.
Once again, we'd like to remind fans that several State College high school teams will see action in the coming week in the PIAA state championships as well as district playoffs. The state high girls and boys cross country meet will be in action tomorrow at the PIAA state championships, which will take place in Hershey. The girls meet gets underway at 11 a.m. The boys meet will get underway at 1:15 p.m.
First down and 10 for the Little Lions. Welcome back to Memorial Field. John Gross alongside David Arroyo. Snyder will go to the air looking for Noah Woods. And it is knocked away at the last second. Fans were looking for a flag, but it was Andrew Johnson on the coverage, and it was clean.
Great job by Johnson to get his hands in there and make a difference. Woods, you know, after having that drop at the end of the first half, you would want him to get some sort of big play. Not if you're Central Dauphin. You want to keep him maligned and make sure that this offense stays stagnant.
I mentioned this earlier, but Noah Woods averages 26 yards per catch. He is a big play receiver. Had a big game last week as well for State College against Chambersburg. And a 35-7 win. Swing pass to Russell. Ripped down by Frank. No gain on the play for Cohen Russell. Bit of a skirmish after the play as well.
Number 17, Cohen Russell.
Both players going to get talking to now.
Lost in the play, 3rd and 12 for State High, around 46.
3rd down and 12. 3:45 to go in the third quarter. Clock is ticking. 10-6 State College. Little Lions 9-0 on this season. Central Dauphin 8-1. Their one loss coming on a 2-point conversion try by Cumberland Valley. Over the middle, intercepted by Frank. Manus Frank is brought down, and what a couple of plays for Frank. He makes that big tackle and potentially a game-changing INT.
That is a huge momentum swing by Frank. If Central Dauphin can score here, what momentum does State College have? At that point, they would have had several drives this half in which they were unable to do anything with it, and then their defense would have just given up a touchdown.
Now we'll see if Central Dauphin can capitalize. That's been the word that both teams have been looking to implement, capitalize. Neither team has been able to do so tonight. They trail by 4. 1st and 10. Millar rolls out. Pass is completed to Gabriel, and he has a 1st down.
Pass complete to number 9, Terrell Gabriel. Stop made by Olivet.
Fans of Central Dauphin now into this game. You hear them after every single play. The excitement on the sideline. They finally feel like their team has a shot. Not like their shot ever really went away. They were never down by more than 7.
Temperature down to 48 degrees here as Pope comes in motion, and they give it to him around the edge. Silas Pope is brought down Almost broke another one. Donovan Brown on the tackle.
John, you could have left it at the temperatures down to slightly colder than it was before, because it is cold out here tonight.
It is very cold, but I think you mentioned this earlier, perfect high school football weather.
This is exactly what you expect when you think high school football. You think those cold nights where a bunch of kids who have aspirations at potentially playing in college just battle it out.
And we can say that we've been fortunate here in State College. It was warm during the day. It was very warm yesterday, but it's getting chilly tonight. Weaver in motion. Millar will keep it, and he is chopped down by Cam Walker. One of multiple State College players who are being looked at by some colleges. He's actually a guest at the Penn State-Ohio State game, as the recruit does not have an offer from Penn State, but still impressive that Coach Franklin gave him a call.
Yeah, and if he gets an offer, a game like that would definitely make you want to go there.
So they pick up the first down of the run by Millar. Weaver in motion. They'll give it to him. Weaver cuts it up the middle and has room to run. Just short of the first down, but a big run for Dylan Weaver, and this offense is in business.
This offense is moving on all cylinders right now. They found their stride. They found the State College weakness. They're running a ton of clock, and that's what they want to do the rest of this game. They want to run clock, get points.
Minute 40 to go. Clock is ticking. 10-6 State College leads, but their backs are against the wall. 2nd and 2 from the 12-yard line for the Rams. Hand off to Weaver, and he is met at the line. Nothing there. Hafner and Heasley on the tackle. We've heard those guys. We've seen those guys make multiple plays tonight, two of the stars of this defense.
And it seemed like there they just said, we're not going to get beat by Weaver again. We're going to meet him at the line of scrimmage. We're going to make sure he either loses yardage or he gains nothing.
Just over a minute to go as the clock continues to run, and what a game we have in State College. They'll line it up in the I formation. Hand off to Gabriel, bouncing to the outside, and a stiff arm. Finally popped out of bounds just shy of the end zone, but a first down run for Terrell Gabriel.
Gabriel using his hands to keep defenders off him, pushing hands away, stiff arming guys who have hands on him, and just making sure he gets that first down. Now on the 6-yard line, we'll see what State College can do. They've stopped Central Dauphin before, but like I mentioned, it really wasn't because of anything State College did. Central Dauphin not really making any mistakes right now.
Gabriel, the backup fullback. Mike Wise, the starter, out for this game. Gabriel gets the carry once again. Not much there as the clock continues to wind down. 30 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Terrell Gabriel, the ball carrier, stop me by far.
It's power football time. You're just going to go to Gabriel for the next 3 plays?
I think you should try actually something to the outside. Try pitching it to him on the outside and see if Gabriel can still stiff arm a few guys, or even if he can get the edge on the guys. Everyone's expecting you to run it straight at the middle, so do something unexpected.
And Central Dauphin will just let the game clock expire. So that'll take us to the end of the third quarter. What a ball game. Mid-Penn Commonwealth Conference title on the line. State College leading 10-6. Stay with us for the fourth quarter of play in this incredible football game. This is CNET's coverage of State College area high school football.
Mid-Penn champion. That game will take place at Altoona High School. Game times at 3 p.m.
"12 minutes remaining in the regular season for these two sides, and only 2 yards separate the end zone and where Central Dauphin currently has the ball. They look to go ahead, and Millar keeps it in the QB sneak. Officials mark him just short of the sticks. 3rd down and goal from the inside the 1 yard line.
And from where I was looking, I thought he had crossed the goal line. I thought he had rolled over that goal line, but I guess the ref saw something differently. They have the better angle, so.
Huge play. You have to figure they'll go for it on 4th down if they do not convert on this 3rd. But a foot away from the end zone. Inside the 1 yard line. And off to Gabriel, goes over the top. And he's short. What a play by the State College front 7 to deny Terrell Gabriel from entering the end zone.
That's another one of those plays. Now, there's been a few, John, where I just looked at it and said, I don't know how that happened. I really don't know how Gabriel, with the running start, wasn't able to get into the end zone there. He looked, again, from my perspective, that he had probably gotten in. A huge 4th down now for State College, a must stop.
Biggest play of the season for these two teams. 4th and goal from inside the 1 as Memorial Fields getting loud. Millar under center. Gives it to Gabriel again over the top. And he's short. A goal line stand for the ages for State College High School.
Another one, John, I thought Gabriel's arm extension had gotten him over that touchdown marker, but it looked like a State College defender, not really sure who it was able to jump in there and go right at that arm, forced him to pull it back so he didn't fumble, and that little bit made all the difference.
And if State College goes on to win this game, move to 10-0, that play right there will go down in Little Lion lore. Tremendous goal line stand. Central Dauphin had 2 plays inside the 1 yard line, and they could not punch it into the end zone. So State College leads 10-6.
Better be careful. They still got to get out of their own end zone.
Play clock winding down. And a delay of game should not make too much of a difference. You can't back them up much further than they already are.
Delay of game called against State High.
So now State High is practically on their own goal line.
I think it's physically impossible to get any closer to your goal line.
10:30 to go. Little Lions up 10-6. Undefeated season on the line and an outright conference title on the line as well. Still taking their time to signal a play in. 8 seconds to go on the play clock as Snyder is still calling out the play. Goes under center now. Safe QB sneak. It's about a yard, so a little more breathing room for the Little Lions.
They might just have to run 3 straight quarterback sneaks like that, because anything else might be in danger of a safety.
2nd and 8 for State High. The ball thrown 3.
Gain of 2 on the run from Snyder. Clark at the top of the screen. Noah Brown near side. 2 tight ends on the left are Freiberg and Swanson. They go to the air. Towards Brown. It's Woods, and it falls incomplete.
Pass intended for Noah Woods, falls incomplete.
No harm in that attempt there by Snyder.
3rd down, State
You
High.
need something to get out of your own end zone. Why not just try something downfield? As long as you're not throwing an interception, I don't see a problem with that.
Andrew Johnson was in on the coverage. He's been busy tonight, but he's done a fine job in the secondary for the Rams. Now a 3rd down and 8 from the own 2-yard line. 9:46 to go in the 4th quarter. 10-6 Little Lions lead. Tried to draw them off sides there as they check towards the sideline for the play call. Again to the air. Completed to Noah Woods, and a late hit will draw a penalty.
What a mistake there. You heard the ref whistle loud and clear. He clearly stepped out of bounds. And once again, Central Dauphin shoots itself in the foot. You had State College stopped. And just like that, they have life again.
Gutsy play calling by Matt Lintel pays off as they pick up the 1st down, plus 15 more yards for the personal foul penalty on Central Dauphin.
Now if you're State College, what you need to do is go back to what you're doing in the first half. You need to find holes in that running game because you want to waste clock. You want to score, but more important right now is trying to waste that 9 minutes and 41 seconds that's on the play clock.
10-6 State College over Central Dauphin. Handoff to Hafner. Been brought down. Pope and Frank on the stop.
When Hafner is your starting running back, that can be very helpful in trying to run out of clock.
Pick up a 4, and you mentioned how helpful that can be. Chances are when he touches the football, he'll be moving forward. Doesn't matter if he's hit behind the line of scrimmage. Such a powerful running back. Freiberg in motion. Again to Hafner. And he fights his way forward for a 1st down, but a flag comes in late. Big call from the officials. And it's a hold on State College. So negate that play, back them up.
And it's unfortunate that they had that because Hafner had a beautiful run. It was everything they had wanted. It was a 1st down. It wasted clock. You kept the ball. But now, again, penalties hurting these teams tremendously.
Clock will run now under 9 minutes to go. 10-6 State College leading Central Dauphin. 5 versus 10 in the state of PA. 1 game separates State College, the top of the conference standings, and Central Dauphin. Little Lions have already clinched conference title. Snyder deep downfield and just over the head of Brandon Clark. So the clock will stop. A 3rd down and 16.
And there was some pushing on that throw. I wouldn't have been surprised if maybe the refs had called something. It looked like Central Dauphin maybe could have restricted Clark's ability to catch that ball, but I guess the refs just didn't see enough to feel comfortable calling that.
3rd and 16, 8:32 to go from their own 25-yard line. State College's defense, a dramatic goal line stand. Now the offense trying to get some points. Off his back foot, Snyder's pass falls incomplete. And the punting unit will come on, but there was pressure there from Clayton Tinkham.
John, I can't emphasize enough how much these teams are hurting themselves. Neither one of these teams has played a clean game tonight. They both have been plagued by penalty after penalty. And if just one of these teams could put together a clean drive, they would probably be up 1, maybe 2 scores.
And Weaver back deep to receive this punt. He fumbled earlier. High spiraling kick. Weaver will let it bounce. It takes a good bounce for State College. And you mentioned how they really shoot themselves in the foot. Do you attribute that to some of the play calling as well? You know, maybe they want to try to run the clock down. They have been reluctant to give the ball to Pete Hafner very often.
I think it's a little bit of both, because when they are giving him the ball, he's running well, but then they're getting called for penalties. And then throwing the ball through the air, that's just what you have to do. It's now 3rd and 12. you're either going to throw the ball through the air or you're just going to run the ball, and all you care about is clock. So you can't have it both ways. You can't worry about first downs and running out the clock when you have 8 minutes left. They still want to score, so on third down, they're still going to throw the ball.
Central Dauphin's offense back out onto the field after being stopped from about a foot away from the end zone. Millar to his left, completed to Gabriel. Pushed out of bounds. Central Dauphin looking for the late hit call that State College just received on their previous drive. But it's a first down, move the chains.
Despite the fact that State College is still up 10-6, this has very much felt like Central Dauphin's game from the second half on. This whole second half has felt dominated by Central Dauphin despite the fact they have put no points up on the board.
Millar in the gun. Weaver comes in motion. They'll give it to him. Tackle made by Salome and Barr.
Weaver, the ball carrier, stopped by Salome.
But a solid gain there for Dylan Weaver.
Gain of 7,
And it seems that State College knows that jet sweep is coming. They just can't do anything to stop it.
Weaver's just been too good. He's too quick for this defense. Nobody on this defense is quick enough to stay foot for foot with him, stay pace for pace, and it's plaguing them all night.
Pope in motion, gets the handoff, and Barr brings him down in the backfield. Ian Barr was close to bringing down Dylan Weaver on the previous play. This time he comes through, and a huge tackle for loss.
Really only the first time all night that they've been able to stop Pope on one of those plays. He's really had his way when he's had the ball. He's gotten 10, 15, 20-yard runs off tonight, and finally State College realized they need to do something about Pope or they could be in trouble.
Empty backfield. Went right through the hands of Silas Pope, and a fourth down. And A.J. Millar was dinged up on the play. He's limping off the field.
And I don't put that all on Pope. As hard as Millar threw that ball, it's going to be hard to catch that ball in these kinds of weather conditions. It's very cold out here. I know if I was out there, I wouldn't be able to catch it. My hands are just too cold right now. So I can only imagine how cold it is for these players who have been having to catch a hard football all night.
Van Buskirk got to punt once again. Lyons and Russell deep to receive. And they'll let it bounce. Takes a great bounce. And the ball will be down at the 6-yard line. So once again, State College will start with it well within their own territory. And with that, we will take a break. When we get back, State College trying to get on a drive. There's a flag on the play. We'll keep it here for this call.
And just real quick before we go to break, just being inside your own 10 again, that is not good for State College, but it's better than the alternative, which was Central Dauphin scoring. I think State College all day will take it within their own 10, having to work their way upfield slowly and methodically, than having to deal with another Central Dauphin score and it potentially either being a 1-point game or Central Dauphin with the lead.
Call was an illegal block in the back on State College, so they will start with it at their 3-yard line. Back-to-back drives starting inside their 5, and with that, we'll take a break. But stick with us, exciting football. 6:40 to go in the fourth quarter. State College leading Central Dauphin 10-6. This is CNET's coverage of State High football.
State High girls field hockey team will see first-round PIAA action at a playoff site and time to be determined. That will, however, take place on Tuesday, November the 9th.
John Gross, joined by David Arroyo in this crazy football game here in State College, Pennsylvania. The Little Lions on top 10-6. Neither team has scored in the second half. Little Lions have it at their own 3. And Hafner gets nothing on the run. Chase Flight on the stop. 6:25 to go. No sense of urgency here for the Little Lions as they look to run out the clock.
And even if they're not able to run out the clock, Central Dauphin, you should feel confident if State College isn't able to run out this clock, only because you've had good offensive drives, and it's really only been a few mistakes here and there that if you're, again, I've said it before, if you can clean them up, you have a much different game.
Screen pass completed to Noah Woods, and he gets past the sticks. That's a first down. And they'll mark him just short. Officials were not lined up, so that'll bring up a third down and very short.
And we'll bring up third and about 1 for State High. Ball at the Little Lions 12-yard line.
Clock is stopped at 5:56, 10-6, Little Lions on top. Snyder will go under center. We've seen him run the quarterback sneak a few times from that formation, and he'll back out of it. Through the hands of Noah Woods, just a little bit high on the throw.
And Noah Wood got lit up from behind by Trey Paul. Trey Paul laid a big hit on him after that ball went through his hands, and you saw Wood grimace a little bit after he got hit. I would imagine that would be the reaction when you're probably as cold as he is right now.
Some discussion going on here amongst the State College High School sideline, and they'll bring out the punting unit pretty late in the play clock. They only have 13 seconds to get the snap off.
Better be careful bringing out the punting unit this late. Don't want to rush it and then cause a mistake.
We saw that to happen to Ohio State in their loss to Penn State. And a timeout is taken by State College. Just were not ready for the play.
State College calls timeout. They're second and tap.
Yeah, it was number 22, Donovan Moses, unable to get out there on time. He was just a little late. You saw him weaving his way through the sideline and trying to push players out of his way, but State College just not moving quick enough to be able to get that punt off.
Coach Lintel was a little bit slow with getting his units out onto the field. They burned their second time out of the half, and that can prove costly for this team in such a close game.
If Central Dauphin can score here, that could be a huge reason they lose. If you don't have enough timeouts at the end of the game to be able to march down the field and get, either a field goal or a touchdown, whatever it may be for them to win, it could be because you've had to burn all your timeouts because of silly mistakes like that.
And let's go back to that 3rd down and 1. They have Pete Hafner, running back, who consistently picks up yardage. Instead, they go to the air on an out route to Noah Woods. It was an overthrow from Snyder.
I think play calling for both teams has been questionable all night. Both teams have done things that I really don't understand. If you're State College, why you're throwing the ball on any down but 3rd down is beyond me. And on 3rd and 1, you definitely should not be throwing the ball. If you are 1 or 2 yards away from a first down, just run the ball. Risk not getting it, because if you throw it, you're going to have a clock that is stopped, and you have to punt anyway.
Mason Mellon to snap. He's committed to Penn State for baseball. Clark to punt, and Silas Pope back deep to receive, standing at the 40. Almost blocked. Good kick from Clark. Takes a even better bounce all the way down to the Central Dauphin 40.
Punt rolls dead at the Ram 41-yard line. CD will take over 1st and 10.
Now with 5:40 to go, is this panic time for Central Dauphin? Do they have to start going to the air? Or can they keep doing their thing?
I think they can keep doing their thing for a little bit, but if you notice it's still not working, why not go to the air? Because you have nothing to lose at this point.
They need a touchdown to go ahead. 10-6 State College leading Central Dauphin. 5:40 remaining. If the Rams can pull off a win, they will clinch a share of the conference title along with State College. Floated over the middle. Millar's pass is incomplete, intended for Grant Smith.
Second down, CD.
and maybe that's why they don't go through the air. That pass, not a very good one to say the least. He had an open receiver over the middle. Just if he hits him in stride, then that's an easy first down, but just a poor throw.
2nd and 10 from the 41. 5:37 remaining. Pressured from behind on the tunnel screen, complete. It's a Pope. And here goes Silas Pope. Taken down along the near sideline by Ian Barr, but a big pickup for Silas Pope, and he has been a dangerous player for Central Dauphin.
Silas Pope has been the thorn in the side of the Penn State defense all night. He has been consistently getting big runs. State College has zero answer for him, and they better find an answer soon, or he's going to find himself in the end zone with a Central Dauphin lead.
5:26 remaining. 10-6 Little Lions on top in such a crucial matchup. Playoff implications, conference title implications as well. Weaver in motion. Read option, Millar will keep it.
Your State College, you're not too upset with that play. You stopped them at the line of scrimmage, and the clock will continue to run.
Clock nearing that 5-minute mark in the 4th quarter. 10-6 was the score at halftime, and it remains the score right now. Central Dauphin got inside the State College 1-yard line, but a very impressive goal line stand by Little Lions defense kept him out. Here's Weaver, and Hafner brings him down. Gain of 3, and now it's a 3rd down, about 6 yards.
It'll bring up 3rd and about 6 for the Rams at State High 38.
You set up for a 4th down conversion, or are you going for the 1st down in this play?
Oh, you're going for the 1st down right here, but if you don't get it, you better be going for it on 4th.
Crowd getting loud here at Memorial Field. It's Weaver in motion. Rolling out to his right, passes completed. A 1st down to Grant Smith. They looked for him earlier in this drive. Pass was an overthrow, but this time Smith able to hang on.
And this is what I've been talking about with Central Dauphin. They're not having any mistakes on this drive. Knock on wood if you're Central Dauphin. They are running a clean drive, and you're seeing what this offense can do when it's not hindering itself.
Clock will run now, under 4 minutes remaining. 1st and 10 from the 29. State College up 10-6 over Central Dauphin, but the Rams are driving. Hand off to Gabriel, and he is thrown down in the backfield. Jackson Heasley on the tackle.
Gabriel, the ball carrier, stopped by Heasley.
Just under 3:40 left, 10-6 game. I think if you're Central Dauphin, you should just start going to the air. It's worked pretty consistently for you all night. There haven't been many times, where it hasn't worked. So just why not keep doing it? You're completing passes, so that can't be really a bad thing.
Matthew Vivas was also in the tackle. 2nd down and 11. They'll go to the air, complete it to Frank underneath.
That's what I'm talking about. There's guys who are getting underneath into the low pockets of the State College secondary. If those guys keep finding those pockets, whether it's Frank, whether it's Pope, whether it's a number of any of the other guys on this team who are getting touches right now, maybe Weaver on a little screen play, you have options with under 3 minutes now.
3rd down and 5. 2:45 to go as the crowd comes to their feet at Memorial Field. Undefeated season on the line. Millar pressured from behind. Rolls to his right. And we'll see where the officials spot this.
A.J. Millar, the ball carrier.
Based on the left line judge, I believe they're going to mark him just short of the 1st down.
And they will. A 4th down and 1 with 2.5 minutes remaining. State College leads 10-6. If they win the outright Mid-Penn Commonwealth Conference title. If the Rams come through, the two teams will split it. Little Lions seeking their first undefeated season since 2008. That was also the last time that they beat Central Dauphin. 4th and a yard. Enough to Weaver. And let's see, this is going to be close.
State College celebrating like they stopped him. I don't know if they stopped him. He's right on that first down marker. I think he got the first down, but it really depends on the marking right now. I think they're going to stop the clock and measure.
Official's time for a measurement.
And this is going to be close, a matter of inches. That's been the storyline throughout the night, just inches away from the goal line were the Rams, and we'll see if they convert on this first down.
I'm almost positive he got it.
And he did. So the Rams will stay on the field. Got it by about 6 inches. Enormous conversion.
And even if he hadn't gotten it, I was going to mention Central Dauphin still has all 3 of their timeouts. State College needs more than just a stop here. They need a stop and then probably a first down too.
Clock is running. 2:15 to go. Little Lions up top, 10-6. 1st and 10 from the 19. Open motion. They give it to him around the edge. Fighting his way forward, still on his feet. Let's see, did he step out of bounds earlier?
Silas Pope, the ball carrier.
7-yard run for Silas Pope, and boy, has he put together an impressive performance tonight.
And he got out of bounds on that play. He's doing everything he needs to do to get his team that #1 seed in the District 3 tournament.
2nd down and 2. Clock is stopped at exactly 2 minutes. 10-6. State College leads. Open motion once again. The middle to Gabriel. He has the first down, and he is in. A touchdown, Central Dauphin. And the visiting sideline explodes.
And it's incredible how you look. First of all, look at the play. Incredible play by Gabriel, just doing what he's done all night, just following his blockers and getting to where he needs to go. And then the other thing that was incredible for me, the difference in reactions. You see the jubilation of the Central Dauphin sidelines, and then the pure just heartbreak of the State College sideline.
Very important extra point for Van Buskirk. He is 2 for 2 on field goals tonight, 39 for 40 on PATs on the season. Make that 40 for 41. Central Dauphin takes a 13-10 lead with 1:53, and what a game this has been.
This has been a defensive battle through and through, and both sides have done everything in their power to try and keep the other off the scoreboard. State College did a great job keeping Central Dauphin off the scoreboard for almost the entirety of this second half. State College themselves also off of the scoreboard the entirety of the second half. Central Dauphin finally getting on the scoreboard. Now State College, they better show us something that they haven't all night, because all night they haven't shown an ability to really move down the field effectively outside of that 1 touchdown drive.
So trailing by 3, a field goal will likely send it to overtime. A touchdown will likely win it, and if they do not score, barring a crazy turnover by Central Dauphin, State College will take their first loss of the season. They have to get the ball down to about the 20-yard line. Jack Sheen has a career long of 37.
Something I'd like to note real quick, watching Snyder throw right in front of us on the sideline. He has a very unorthodox, very awkward throwing motion, and I think that could come into effect. You never know in a game like this how that might affect him, how that, he has a bit of a wind-up, how that wind-up might cause a wide receiver maybe to lose separation when he really had it, and the release took too long.
Tristan Lyons and Coleman Russell back deep to receive for the Little Lions at the 5. Ethan Van Buskirk will send it deep for Central Dauphin. Once again, an undefeated season on the line for State College. They trail 13-10. And Lions will take it. Lions across the 30. Still on his feet, and Tristan Lyons out to the 41-yard line.
The returners have done their job all night, especially Lyons, but even Russell and his one return, they've done their job. They've brought the ball within the 40 to 50-yard line consistently the entirety of the night. Now the offense needs to put a drive together.
1 timeout remaining for State College. They had to burn 2 earlier this half. A minute 45 to go, 13-10. Central Dauphin leads for the first time since they were up 3-0 in the first quarter. State College looking to finish the regular season 10-0. Snyder completed to Brandon Clark. Fighting his way forward across midfield, and he's knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, Clark got lit up as he was standing on the sideline. Someone had his legs, someone came up top and blew him up. But I think he'll take it 10 yards first down. I think he doesn't mind that right now.
So they tackled him inbounds. Clock will run now, a minute 30 to go. Snyder again going to the air. He's pressured, stepping up. And he is crushed. Cole Valicki on the tackle.
I'll be honest, I'm surprised he's still in this game. That's the second time he's gotten a big hit that went to his head. He looked like his head got slammed right into that turf. I am shocked they haven't brought him out for some sort of concussion protocol.
And whistle's blown right now by the officials. 9-yard run there for Snyder. Minute 14 to go in the fourth quarter. Central Dauphin leading 13-10.
And I think they might have called that. I don't think that was a team timeout. I think that was a timeout to get Russell looked at because he was clearly in some sort of daze. He couldn't get any of the signals from the sideline. I am doubtful that he is leaving this game without a concussion.
Well, let's hope not, because he's put together a tremendous season, has Tyler Snyder. He did take a shot on that last play. Second down the yard, clock is ticking. Pushes forward, a flag on the play as he picks up the first down. The clock stops in a minute 6. Let's see what this call is. It's a legal motion on the offense. Huge penalty, so back it up 5 yards.
And there's the difference in the two drives. Central Dauphin went down the field, a night full of mistakes, and got rid of their mistakes. State College driving, and then they get caught in their same old ways. 1
minute to go, 13-10 Central Dauphin. To the air, over the head of Clark, and it is intercepted. Silas Pope picked it off, and with that, the Central Dauphin Rams will share the Mid-Penn Commonwealth title, and State College will pick up their first loss of the season. Absolutely heartbreaking.
Who else but Silas Pope? Silas Pope has done it all for this team tonight. He's done it on offense consistently. Now he's doing it on defense. You couldn't ask for much more if you're the head coaches of Central Dauphin. Silas Pope has given you everything and more, and he's going to be one of the huge reasons this team is going to be a 1 seed come District 3 tournament time.
Kyle Engel was hurt on the play for State College. They have 1 timeout remaining, and this is where the burning of those previous 2 timeouts really comes back to bite them.
It's huge. You have 1 timeout to burn, and all you're really going to be able to do is run the ball once, call a timeout, and then that's game. You'll just take your knee, and game will be over.
So we'll see what happens now. 48 seconds to go as the fans begin to file out here at Memorial Field. A heartbreaking game, a game that State College led 10-6 for most of the matchup. They just couldn't put their opponents away. And now you have an interesting situation. They have 1 timeout. Chances are Central Dauphin will take a knee. But we've seen teams, especially teams coached by Greg Schiano, now the defensive coordinator at Ohio State, former head coach at Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and at Rutgers. He did a very good job of teaching his players to go after the ball when the opponents are taking a knee.
And I thought they might run the ball considering there is 1 timeout, and It looks like that's what the players are doing, exactly what you had mentioned, John.
And they do take a knee. Timeout taken by State College.
Stay out, call timeout. Third is half.
13-10 Central Dauphin. And the energy has just been sucked out of this stadium.
It's like you took all of the energy that was in here and put it inside a vacuum. There is no energy from the State College side anymore, as they know defeat is all but certain at this point, barring some miracle. And you look at the other sideline, Central Dauphin is ecstatic. They've been ecstatic for the last probably 10 minutes of actual game time. They, for a while, expected their team to eventually be able to end this because of how well their defense was playing.
So they'll have to snap the ball 2 more times with the 25-second play clock. 45 seconds to go. Central Dauphin on a Terrell Gabriel touchdown run with just about 2 minutes remaining. Took the lead, their first lead since the first quarter. And State College, once again, they were seeking their first undefeated season since 2008. And Millar takes a knee. Clock will run. It's at 36, 35. Clock is still ticking. No timeouts left for State College. And what a season it has been for these little Lions. It's not over yet for them. Even with this loss, they capture a share of the conference title, and they'll move on to play Erie McDowell in the first round of the state playoffs.
Still a huge disappointment, though. You had worked all season for a potential perfect season, only to have it end in this way has to be disappointing.
And the Central Dauphin bench and crowd goes crazy as the Rams escape State College with a dramatic 13-10 win, an all-time classic. And what a game it was. Terrell Gabriel, his late touchdown run, did it for the Rams. And for State College, they had chances to put it away. They just couldn't do it.
They had ample opportunity to put this game away. There were so many times where if you just look and you say, if you make this play or you make that play, you don't make this mistake, they probably win this game. But in the end, their mistakes compounded together ended up being what did this team in. Central Dauphin, when it mattered the most, did not make the crucial mistakes.
Talk a little bit about Silas Pope. He had the game-sealing interception. He had a big run in the first quarter, a big kick return as well. Was all over the field on offense, defense, and special teams. Can't say enough about his performance.
Silas Pope, undoubtedly the player of the game. He had the game-sealing interception. He had several plays on that drive that led to the touchdown that put them in a position to eventually score that touchdown. Without Silas Pope tonight, this team had no chance of winning, especially with their lead running back being out. Pope put the team on his back and was willing to take a lot of the workload.
State College with the loss falls to 9-1 on the season, 5-1 in conference, unable to get to that 10-0 mark. They would have been their first undefeated regular season since 2008. Central Dauphin, their 6th straight conference title. Thoughts on State College's performance? We mentioned that they just could not put it away. Defensively, they looked stout all game long, except for that last drive.
They looked great defensively. The problem was, I think a lot of it was both the way the offensive players are performing, because Hafner didn't really have a great night. We talked about him before the game. Didn't really look that good, especially in the second half. Didn't get a lot of carries, but also I think that has a lot to do with the play calling. I believe play calling, especially in the second half, was abysmal on the State College sideline. They could have done significantly better, and if they change a few play calls, I believe, here and there, they might be able to come away with this victory.
Final score, 13-10. Central Dauphin wins. Ecstasy for the visitors and heartbreak for the home side. For David Arroyo, I'm John Gross. All season long, thank you to our production team. Thank you to Chris Abreu. All of our camera people did a tremendous job. It's been a great season here at CNET. Thank you all for watching. Once again, for David Arroyo, I am John Gross, and this has been CNET's coverage of State College Area High School football. The Little Lions fall their first loss of the season, 13-10 to Central Dauphin.